Hello everybody, and welcome back to Frank's Comic Castle, another edition of Frank's Comic Castle, and this time it's time for my haul. These are books that I have picked up from, March through August, since I haven't done a video in quite a while. These are the books that I picked up over the past, just 6 months. So I guess we should just get into it without further ado, and let's start with the smaller books. First, this is Ryuko. So this is from Titan Comics, but the hard case crime imprint. Now I don't because manga creators have restrictions of how you can show. I don't know if I can show any of the artwork from this, but it's a crime story about Japanese Yakuza. This is volume 1. You can get obviously volume 2, and you can also get this volume 1 and 2 in a slipcase edition. Which, they've just announced the creator of this book, Aldo Yoshimitsu, has announced a volume 3. He wasn't planning on doing a volume 3, but he announced a volume 3 just quite recently. So Ryuko, let's see, just show you quickly here. Kind of nice artwork. Ryuko volume 1. Yoshimitsu also did this one called Gamma Dragons. This is a one-off. There's no volumes 1 or 2. Here you have the back book. Here you see volumes 1 and 2 of Ryuko. Volume 1, obviously, which one I have, and that's volume 2. Gamma Dragons, Titan Comics, and you got the hard case crime. Also another crime story, obviously from right to left, done the classic manga style. These are the first manga books that Titan Comics have been releasing, so interesting concept. But crime books, I'm really looking forward to reading these. I picked these up last weekend, so I haven't had the time to read them yet. The third manga book is Hagakure, The Code of the Samurai. So this is actually from an actual or scriptures from mangas, not manga, but samurai scriptures from like a long time ago, the 1600s, 1700s, about the code of the samurai, basically. And to my surprise, it had a slipcase. It had a slipcase. That is a great surprise. I didn't expect that when I got this book. You can see there. So this book is released by Kodansha. So this is a traditional Western style, from left to right. It's not right to left, but it's still done in the manga-ish form. So this is, as I said, this is actual old work about the code, samurai era and masterless samurai and all that. So it's not fiction, it's reality. And you can buy the actual scriptures of that book. Next up, we have The Butcher of Paris. This is from Dark Horse. There's the spine. Here's the back. So here's the cover here is really cool. It looks really, really nice, and as I said, the back here itself also looks really, really nice. So this is about a serial. Let's start here with creators: Stephanie Phillips, Dean Cox, Jason Wardy, and Troy Peteri. This is about a serial killer in Paris during the Second World War. And it's a real story. It's about a real person, Marcel Petui, who actually committed a lot of murders. And they think he did somewhere between 60 and 200 murders. So he was a serial killer. And, you know, during the Second World War in Paris, you have a lot of other things to think about. But he posed as someone who helped Jews flee. And instead he kind of killed them. But they finally caught him. And you know, he was executed and all that, but it's a really fascinating story about how they caught him in the process, and how that, some explicit work, how that in the courtroom, he was like Ted Bundy. He became very charismatic and people liked him almost. But he got sentenced, so it's a very interesting story. And very well done, with some nice artwork as well. As you can see, some kind of violent artwork, and it says completely based in reality. You have the forward here, talks about it, and also in the back you have some of the actual victims of Marcel Petui. I don't know if it's named Petui, but here you have Marcel Petui. You can actually Google him and find out more information. But quite interesting. So very cool book that I was able to pick up there. Then we have Batman the Caped Crusader Volume 6, Alan Grant, Doug Munch, and Jim Aparo. I love this series of books, the Caped Crusader and the Dark Knight Detective, going through the 80s, from the 80s through up through the 90s of stuff that haven't been collected before. And it's very cool. Let's see what this book collects. So this collects Batman 475 through 483 and Detective Comics 642. So there's the front. The spine, all the spines look the same, which is really nice. And of course, the back. Nice picture right there. Fortunately, these books don't have any sort of table of contents, which is kind of sad. I think that's really sad, honestly. That's one thing that's missing. We do have the page numbering. It has the, it's not the glossy color, glossy paper. So it's that newspaper feel to it, which personally I love. Personally, I prefer that so much, especially with you have older stories like this. It fits perfectly. So yeah, really cool stuff. It's a series that I've been collecting. Fortunately, I've fallen behind, but got this book for cheap, so I couldn't pass it up. Can't. Next up is Chronicles of Kull. This is volume 5. I picked up this one up because it was cheap. It was really, really cheap, and I couldn't pass it up. It was had some dings here. That's why it was cheap. From Dark Horse. The back here. Here we see some of it. Some of what it collects. This is the type of book that is out of print for a long time. Obviously, since it's Colin Conan and stuff like that are not with Dark Horse anymore. Here we have the creators: Alan Zelenich, illustrated by guys like John Buscema, Klaus Janson, Charles Vess, Ernie Chan, Joe Rubinstein, John Bolton, Butch Geis, Bill Sienkiewicz, Mary Severin, Sal Buscema. Man, that's it. All-star cast right there. We get the publisher with Mike Richardson, of course. Table of content. And we get into it. Nice artwork. It has glossy paper. It's the old school artwork, which I like. So this book, along with the Batman and Butcher of Paris and a couple of other books I'm going to show you, I picked them up from In-Stock Trades. So this was one of the damaged books. So it was cheaper. So let me pass that up. Yeah, nice artwork. I really like Kull and I like Conan, as you know. So really nice stuff. So now let's get into hardcovers, and let's take this one first. Another book that I picked up I bought from In-Stock Trades. This is Lonesloane, Delirious 2. Obviously Philip Drouillet, which is with his just always amazing artwork. Another book from Titan. The other books in the sets. I only have one book previously, so anytime I can get my hands on one of the Philip Drouillet books, it's my God, it's just here we go. Jacques Lowe, Benjamin Legrand, and Philip Drouillet. Translation here by Ivanka Hannenberger. To me, it's almost that I almost don't read this actual story because the artwork is so stunning, and you just kind of just look at the artwork. It's what draws me in, and when this type of book, the artwork is such amazing artwork. It's like, you don't see this in American comics at all, ever, basically. This type of artwork is typical, not typical, but it's definitely, you look at this, so much more European than, look at that spread. That is quite something, right? God. Stunning artwork. I recommend you all to get this book, or these books. Get any book of Philip Drouillet. Just because the artwork is so stunning. Sure, you can have them digitally, but I certainly recommend to getting the actual physical book. Look at this. Just how detailed it is, you know? It is amazing. Absolutely amazing artwork. Yeah, Drouillet is stunning. Then we got another great hardcover. This is Richard Dragon Kung Fu Fighter. Do you see? Book that I've been wanting to get since it came out a couple of years ago, but I haven't been able to fortunately get it. I did. Take away the slipcase. It's fine. And the back, the black paper here. Here we have creators Danny O'Neill, David Anthony Kraft, Bob Haney, Mike W. Barr, and all the other names, including Jack Kirby. Table of content with the date, so 1975, which is when this book came out originally. This has the entire. Go back to this one. This has the entire Richard Dragon Kung Fu Fighter. This collects. Here we go. Richard Dragon Kung Fu Fighter 1 through 18, Brave and the Bold 132, and a bonus story from DC Comics Presents 39. That's an entire run here. This book. I've been wanting to get this since it came out. This is like the same time as Shang-Chi over at Marvel, where you can get those great omnibuses. Deadly Hands of Kung Fu and Shang-Chi Master of Kung Fu. Which, of course I have. Those are such great books. This was about the same time. I don't think as well known as Shang-Chi, but artwork is to me just as nice. I really appreciate this. I know, sorry about that. 70s style artwork is not for everyone, but we all have different tastes in comics, and I'm a huge fan of 70s and 80s style artwork. I always have been. So when I can get a book like this in a beautiful hardcover as well, so how can I pass it up? Let's see here. Let's go to the back. No, there's not too many extras, no. So that's Richard Dragon. Then we come to 3 very cool books. This is the Rise and Fall of the Trigon Empire. So this is from Rebellion 2000 AD. This is a volume 1. There's a 4th volume coming out. I don't know if it's already out or if it's coming. I know it's in the August, September, October, somewhere in there, around there. Volume 4 is coming out. But I picked these books, because there's a 3-volume set here. I picked these books up at a sale for like $7. $7 a piece, something like that. It was incredibly cheap. And you just look at the cover like this, and it's stunning itself. You take a look at the spine and the back, and these are British comics from the beginning that came out in 1965. This volume covers 1965 through 1966, if I'm not completely wrong. You look at the end date where it starts. Let's see here. I think it says exactly what this. Yes, it has. Sorry, I'm trying to get the focus here. Can't. So this covers September 1965 through June 1966. Is in this book. And then you open it up and you see the artwork. And it has that watercolor paint style to it. And I was like, how can I not buy these books when you have artwork like this? This is quite stunning artwork. You know? It's beautiful. So these are being reprinted in these formats. There's no hardcovers. There's these thick, soft covers. They're very thick. They're very heavy because it's heavy, it's thick paper. It's glossy, but it's thick. So that makes the books really heavy. So, yeah, as I said, volume 4 is coming out. Big books. That was volume 1. Here's volume 2. We have the same spine and they have the same back. You can actually hear it when you like drop it, how heavy they are. Same these books, let's see if I can actually see when. No, it doesn't say, honestly. It doesn't say when this was printed, but I checked this out. You can Google all this. Okay, here we go. Sorry. This was printed May 68 through November of 70. So it jumps a bit from this one that had 65, 66, and this has 68 through 70. Don't ask me. But I Googled it and checked the author and the story up on Wikipedia to get more information. And it's a long-running series, and it hasn't really been collected. But it is now. Finally, so. And I mean, the glossary is this artwork here. It's nice to see these awesomely beautiful European books. Man, the artwork is so stunning. It's amazing artwork, and let's have a look at volume 3 as well. And this came out between November 70 and February of 73. Just keeps on being stunning. Tremendous books. So I urge you, if you can get your hands on this book, this series, go ahead and do it. I think you can get them on Amazon. Oh yeah. And finally, I made a trade with a friend of mine because he had a couple of books that I wanted. He wanted the Goon Library editions, and I wanted to get rid of them. So instead, I got the entire Why the Last Man collection, which are stunningly beautiful books. These oversized formats. See, just with the imprint there. I think the slip covers themselves look really, the dust jackets, sorry, look really nice. You have a nice artwork. I'm opening these books up and really happy to have these. I haven't really read the story. I only have the first trade. So really happy. So yeah, I'm so happy, and I'm very thankful that he wanted to make this trade. I got books. He got books that he wanted, and I got books that I wanted. So I'm very happy to get these. 1, 2, volume 3, volume 4, and volume 5 to complete that series. That's really great. So these are the books, my haul video for the past like 6 months almost. And I don't have any books ordered right now, but I do have videos, Blu-rays and DVDs, and I have a haul. Hopefully I can do a video later this week, because I have some Blu-rays and DVDs incoming that I'm waiting for. So I'm gonna do a haul video of those. And until next time, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumb up, please comment down below, and watch out for the Blu-ray and DVD haul that is coming in the next couple of days. So until then, bye everybody.